Many a serious listener may have asked themselves, and perhaps others, for a definition of the term artificial general intelligence, or AGI. And rightfully so. The mere definition of AGI has been entangled in so much multi-billion-dollar corporate politics to keep this podcast going for months, if not years. In this episode, however, we will try to shine some light on what seems to be a simple definition, but which it is not. I am Alex Chadyuk, and this is AGI. Without going too deep into the genesis and the difference between human general intelligence and artificial general intelligence, it can be said that the term AGI emerged as a negation of the term narrow artificial intelligence. Consider an example. Roomba, a domestic vacuum robot, can learn the geometry of the room and can, theoretically, achieve incredible efficiency in optimizing its path around the house. At some point, with appropriate software upgrades, this efficiency may reach a level that will never be matched by any human vacuum user, irrespective of the human's practice and perseverance. If you doubt my last statement, look at what happened to competitive games of chess and Go. But despite our Roomba's high level of mastery in floor sweeping, its dexterity cannot be easily applied to other domestic tasks like, for example, folding dry clothes. Roomba's mastery is thus high but narrow. Its skill set cannot be applied to other tasks or used in other contexts like, for example, window cleaning. From this point of view, general intelligence by necessity demands that the agent is capable of solving novel problems in previously unseen environments. In this sense, general means transferable. On this meaning, the entire scientific community seems to agree. Here, we may be tempted to ask, what else does AGI mean? Some definitions equate AGI with the human level intelligence, but that opens a can of worms. If AGI mimics human intelligence, should we expect AGI to think like humans do? If yes, can we define what thinking means? For example, does it require self awareness? If yes, what is self awareness? Alan Turing managed to draw a line on this discussion with his famous imitation game paper, with its impact still seen to this day. The 2024 Google DeepMind position paper states, "We agree with Turing that whether a machine can think, while an interesting philosophical and scientific question, seems orthogonal to the question of what the machine can do. We propose that AGI should be defined in terms of capabilities rather than processes."
In relation to knowledge generalization, this means that it does not matter how AGI transfers its knowledge from one domain to the next. Is it through some form of applied learning or theoretical generalization? This is not material for the question of defining AGI. The fact that it acquires a new capability, that's what matters.
But this focus on what rather than how obscures another interesting how of intelligence. Pfeiffer and Pongard, in their 2007 book How the Body Shapes the Way We Think, give the following definition of artificial general intelligence. Intelligent agents always comply with the physical and social rules of their environment and exploit those rules to produce diverse behavior. But it is not some random behavior that we describe as intelligent. Only when such behavior achieves the agent's apparent goals, only then we can call it intelligent. An intelligent ski jumper exploits the laws of gravity, friction, aerodynamics, and, on occasion, biochemistry to acquire a competitive advantage and win the gold medal. A highly intelligent AI entrepreneur exploits the social rules of money, including as status as a nonprofit, to acquire unfathomable wealth. An intelligent politician exploits the laws of power to achieve his personal political goals. Much more often than not, he will exploit the fact that he is a he, not a she, as it all too often does provide an advantage. A successful criminal lawyer will exploit the gullibility of the jury to trick them out of their notions and prejudices and into believing a defendant to be innocent. Thus, intelligent agents must internalize written and unwritten rules of physical and social advantage and use them to achieve their goals. When we combine this definition of intelligence with transferability of skill across contexts and goals, a generally intelligent lawyer will be able to exploit the unwritten social rules in multiple dimensions at the same time and, by our own definition, be capable to disabuse the jury not only out of their prejudices, but also out of their money, possessions, and political will. Whether or not this goal was worth pursuing, when this happens, we can confidently say that this is AGI.